Welcome back to Anthony Lee Raw. Guys, today we're taking a look at Kaspa. Go ahead and give the video a thumbs up or thumbs down. I don't really care which. However, I do ask only for a reaction. I cannot continue to do 100 different altcoins, so I will only keep in the rotation the altcoins that get the most reaction. So whether you like it or not, react if you want to see more Kaspa content, guys. Subscribe to the channel, all that kind of good stuff. Now, we're going to look at Kaspa on a little more of the short to medium term time frame. What can we expect? Are we moving higher right now? Are we going lower? That kind of thing. I am not here to look at the macro or the bull run prediction. However, if that's your thing, come on over to the channel here. You can use the search feature right there and type in Kaspa, and I do have Kaspa bull run price prediction, macro outlook, things like that. So if you're interested in that, after this video, go on over there and watch those. But right now, we're going to try to answer what is going to happen. And first things first, you need to know, and I'm sure you do, but you need to know that no matter what your altcoin looks like at this point of the cycle, everything is pretty much following Bitcoin. So even if your altcoin looks terrible or if it looks great, if Bitcoin does the opposite, your coin's probably going to follow to some degree, right? Okay, so knowing that, let's take a look and humor me for just 1 second. I'm going to show you these indicators, and these are the greatest indicators you'll ever see. But humor me for 1 second. I'm going to show you a 15-second clip. Last week, over here on our live stream, we called the pump. I mean, breakout this week. It's a trap. The herd is wrong. All that kind of good stuff. We called it live on stream, guys. Literally called it live on stream. I'm about to show you, we took the trade live on stream on Bitcoin, but I did cover some altcoins. I think I even covered Caspa in that video. I know I covered Fetch, Render, some others, Injective, but we called it. We told you big move is about to come. We took it live on stream, given to you in advance in the VIP Discord. I secured $15,000 profit, closed trade, and I'm going to show you how we did it. And here's where it gets important and good for you guys. We're going to try to apply that same strategy to Render and see what it's telling us, okay? So just for a few seconds, watch this. This is from the live stream about 20 minutes before blast off on crypto last week. All of the others, these high time frames, guys, you can use this on any time frame, but when you get it on the daily, 2-day, weekly, 5-day, whatever, those are big moves, guys, big moves. And we're trying to get it on all time frames, all major time frames. You're down in a contraction, and you don't stay in the contraction very long. Look, this is down here. I'm on the 3-day time frame. Look, when you came down here in January, you were only down here for a few days. Same thing in May, only down here a few days, and you've been down here for an extended period of time, and it has just ticked up. Guys, I'm telling you right now, when this thing crosses that orange 15, you're going to have a massive move, guys, massive move. All right, massive move. The indicator you're looking at the bottom, this is a 4-way split of it on the 4 different time frames. It is called BLOFIN Pro, okay? And it's a volatility versus stochastic indicator that I created. You can only get right here at AnthonyLeeRaw.com. I will link a comment down below in comments. But it's right here. Damien, I'm about to show you, and Bjorn right here. Come get them. I'm telling you. Don't listen to me like you didn't listen to me last week and you missed this pump. You missed out on making 15 grand. So what we had was volatility contraction. The multicolor line had turned blue. It was below the orange on all of these time frames. The daily, 2-day, 3-day, 5-day. This is a perfect storm, guys. You don't get this very often to where they're all fully contracted. So I knew immediately when I saw this that when they expand it starts with a daily, right? Just like the 1 minute leads to the 5 minute to the hourly, 4 hour, so on and so forth. I knew when the daily expanded, when it took off above the orange, that's expansion. I knew it was going to pull the 2-day, 3-day, and 5-day. That's how I was able to tell you a massive move was coming. And right here, about 20 minutes after I said this, sure enough, everything started taking off. And here's what it looked like later. Remember, these lines were all down here in the blue. They blasted off, I mean, right above the orange, just like I predicted. And it was led by the domino effect of this daily taking off, which we had given. So, and it's super simple. At that point, you just trade the direction of stochastic. Volatility going up does not mean price is going up. That means price is going up, price is moving very aggressively, rather, in the direction of stochastic, which is the dark gray line on the indicator. Now, here was the result, obviously. So we had gotten in on the Damien Pro buy signal. Okay, we got in on this signal actually before before the blast off, because this signal came in the day before. So we had already entered our trade. I gave it in the VIP Discord. I had already realized about $3,000 profit at the time based on this signal. And then we got blast off the next day on the live stream. So let's go take a look at Kaspa now, okay? We're looking at the same indicators. I have Damien Pro up top and Bjorn Pro down below. I'm on the 2-week time frame. Now you can see right here on the 2-week time frame on Bjorn Pro, the multicolor line, which is volatility, is contracted. It is way down here, guys, and you don't stay here very long. Hear me, guys. Hear me. First of all, it's a 2-week time frame, so this is not going to play out in 72 hours, right? 2-week time frame takes time. But you don't stay here very long. Look, you're down here, 1 candle period, about 3 candle periods, 2 candle periods, 1 candle period. You've been down here in contraction since March, guys. This is the longest ever in the history of Kaspa. And I'm telling you guys, whether you listen to me or not, I don't really care. But I'm telling you, a massive, massive move is coming for Kaspa when this expands up above the orange line. That's the 15th percentile. As of now, guys, stochastic is positioned to the upside. So that will mean a big, big, big move to the upside. Let's see if you've ever gotten this expansion to the upside. You have not. You've never gotten volatility expansion to the upside. The last time you got volatility expansion, let's see, was right here. You got volatility expansion, and this is what I mean. It does not have to go to the upside. You got volatility expansion right there. At the time of expansion, stochastic was headed down. You can see the white line, vertical line showing where you crossed back to the upside. Stochastic was headed down, which means a big move to the downside. And from the time you got that signal to the completion of that move, that's a 50% move down. So I'm telling you guys, 2-week time frame, when this crosses back up, big, big move. Okay, as of now, you're positioned to the upside on stochastic. So we would expect that move to be to the upside. However, you can see over here on the table on the right, Bjorn Pro is the only indicator that gives you this. Your flip price is 25.5 cents. What that means is, as of now, it says rising. Stochastic is headed up. If you drop below 25.5 on a 2-week closing basis, you're going to flip this to the downside, and you could get that big, big, big move to the downside. You could get another huge leg down, guys. Now, good news is, as of now, this is not confirmed. The next 2-week candle closure will be in 3 days and 9 hours. So we will want to watch this to see what happens in 3 days and 9 hours with this 2-week closure. If you close below 25.5 cents, you can expect a massive move down. However, we can try to front run that or try to glean what might happen by looking at lower time frames. Let's go to the 5-day. All right, so the 5-day has already expanded. The 5-day expanded right here. You got 5-day expansion. And look, this is what I'm talking about. This is so tradable, whether you spot trade or leverage trade. You got the 5-day expansion. We're going to try to see if this thing's going to flip. You got 5-day expansion, see where it was down in the blue and then expanded back up and over. And when it did, you got the Damien Pro buy signal right here. And 1 candle later, that up thrust right there. So you would have entered on this Damien Pro buy signal right there upon confirmation, which would have been when this candle closed. Then you got follow through on Bjorn, and as of now, you've gotten a total move up of 20%, guys. 20% given to you on those 2 indicators that you won't get anywhere else. AnthonyLeeRaw.com. However, let's see what we can glean from this because, it's a domino effect, right? The daily bleed into the 2-day, 3-day, 5-day, all the way up to the 2-week, right? So as of now, we're still expanding to the upside in volatility, which means a big aggressive move is still in progress. As of now, on the 5-day, stochastic is still ticked up, so we're expecting higher highs. But this will flip down with a closure below 28 cents. 28 cents even. If you close in 1 day and 9 hours below 28 cents, I mean, it could be 27.99999. This stochastic is going to flip down with volatility headed up, and you can absolutely expect to front run that 2-week signal to the downside, guys. That is what that means. So let's go down a couple more time frames. Let's go to the 3-day. All right, same thing. You still have volatility tick to the upside on the 3-day. As well as stochastic ticked up. 27.65 is your flip price there. Here we go. 28 seems to be your magic number. We're on the 2-day time frame. As of now, you have volatility kind of tick sideways. Now, this and actually slightly down. This does not mean price is going down, though, okay? This means that business is just kind of cooling off. Things are resetting. You kind of want to see that from time to time. Things have to reset. You can't go up forever or down forever. And when you get volatility tick to the side like this, you just tend to get this kind of like sideways chop, right? When volatility is headed up like this, you get the big explosive moves, either to the upside or the downside, right? But when it's ticked sideways like this, it's just some chop, some consolidation. And what that's doing is allowing these time frames to kind of reset. So you'll get, let me clear some of this out. You need to understand this. It's important. So you'll get like some of this to pull back like this, and volatility will pull back somewhere. You may come all the way down. You may not. You may just pop back up from there, or you could come down for the big move. But you're just letting some of this reset. The key is to watch this. It'll reset a little bit, maybe all the way, but you watch for when volatility ticks back up. And when it does, you trade the direction of stochastic. It's that simple, guys. So as of now, we are kind of resetting on volatility, but stochastic is headed up as long as you're above 28 cents. 28 cents is the magic number. Let's look at the daily, one more time frame. For the bigger moves, the more macro moves, I never go below daily, okay? If you're going to do some intraday, some swing, or some scalp trading, you can drop down 6 hour, 8 hour, 12, whatever, 1 hour, but I don't. Okay, you can see here volatility is cooling off. It's kind of coming down. You maxed out on the move last week, and you're just kind of coming back. And as of now, stochastic's tip to the upside. Once again, flip price is 28 cents. So you're going to get a front run today, depending on what price closes at in 8 hours and 42 minutes. If you close below 42 cents, you're going to flip stochastic right here to the downside. However, volatility is headed down. What you don't want to do is close. Now that I just went through this cold with you guys, I'm not even prepared for this. What you don't want to do, guys, you do not want to close this 2 daily time frame below 28 cents. This closes tomorrow, Friday evening. So all eyes on this Friday evening closure below 28 cents. Because if you close there below 28 cents, just a couple of days later, I think this is Sunday's close, which is below 25 cents. You could easily get a push down into that. You will get a closure below that on the 5-day time frame as well tomorrow. So tomorrow's close, Friday's close. If you close below 28 cents, you're going to flip all of this on the 2-day and the 5-day, which is very likely to flip your 2-week time frame. However, as long as the 2-week time frame is still positioned to the upside, you should still expect higher highs, okay? So let's mark that out. 25.5 cents. So right there. As long as you don't come and basically set new lows, guys. As long as you don't set new lows, you can expect a pullback for continuation higher, okay? Something like this is fine. But if you come and take this out, you're going to flip this on the 2-week, and you will set significant new lows. I don't know where. We will reevaluate that at the time. But as of now, it's looking like we could get a little pullback before continuation higher, guys, okay? That's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting the same on Bitcoin. The key, again, tomorrow to be uber repetitive is to watch this. This would be the 2-day and the 5-day closure, guys. Both of those are coming up tomorrow. You do not want to close below 28 cents. If you do, then you have to flip to the 25.5 cent range and watch for that. If you close below 25.5 cents, you're headed massively down. And I do mean massively down, probably another 20% down if I had to guess. But we'll reevaluate at the time. But again, tomorrow's close, 28 cents. We need to hold that. However, the ultimate line in the sand is 25.5 cents, guys. So we're looking for a little cool off here and continuation higher as long as we maintain above 25.5 cents, okay? So let me know what you think down below. I'll see you guys next time.